Come on, everyone. The time of love is here. Let these troubled days be done. All right, all right. Welcome, everybody. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, and this is Motivation Monday. Good morning, Sade. All right, let's see. Pretty say do. Filter, fitter, stronger times. Great, pretty, good. Hey, folks, thanks so much for joining us today. This is Motivation Monday. And as you know, this is Dr. Herbert Harris. And on Mondays, we give you some ideas to help pep you up for the week. As you know, our programs are based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success, which is available on all the digital platforms and our own website, www.herbertharris.com. This morning, thank you so much. This morning, I was really thinking about my talk today, and it occurs to me that all of us, at some time or another, have obstacles in our lives. And when we really think about it, we live each day dealing with those obstacles. And so for those listening today and those who may listen to this program in the future, stop for a moment and say, now, what obstacles am I facing today? You know, we can have obstacles in front of us, but until we acknowledge them, until we confront them, they'll be there just holding us back. You know, an obstacle can be like an anchor. Can you imagine being on a ship and you don't know that the anchor has been dropped and the ship just keeps going around in circles? Sometimes in our lives, when we have obstacles that we don't know are there, but they know they're there and they have us. And they keep us going around in circles. And so how do you know about the obstacles in your life? Well, first, if you keep going through repetitive behaviors, if you keep having failure after failure, disappointment after disappointment, bad relationship after bad relationship, when you have repetitive things happening in your life, repetitive things that you're not excited about, okay, repetitive things that you don't really want to repeat themselves, that's a good clue, a good sign that there are obstacles, you might call them hidden obstacles, holding you back. So how do you deal with them? How do you confront them? Well, number one is to acknowledge and realize that they're there. If you're not getting where you want to go, if you're not doing what you want to do, if you're not becoming the person you want to become, there's a reason. There's something holding you back. And so number one is to recognize that there's something there. And you get a clue because you're not happy. You're not excited about going forward. So once you recognize, say, okay, there's an obstacle. There's something holding me back. I got to figure out what this thing is. It's keeping me, it's slowing me down. And generally our obstacles fall in 4 categories. We might have some stinking thinking, some negative thoughts. Someone was quoting a scripture incorrectly, by the way, saying that money is the root of all evil. No, the Bible doesn't say that. Money can be a root of all kinds of evil, because the Bible also says money answereth all things. When we have bad thoughts in our minds about money, negative money thoughts like, oh man, rich people are unhappy, or their kids are messed up. If you got a lot of money, you got a lot of problems. So negative thinking, thoughts of limitation, thoughts of lack, whatever thought you permit to come into your mind will dominate your existence. Let me say this again. The first law of success says a mind shall have whatsoever it thinks in its heart. So if you let negative thoughts come in, that may be your anchor. That may be the thing that's holding you back. That may be your obstacle. That may be your Goliath. Many times when we're facing an obstacle, it's like Goliath. It's like David and Goliath. David's facing Goliath, and Goliath is any big negative thing that's trying to make you captive, trying to pull you off your game. It might be some emotions. You know, as children, we got a lot of, we picked up, no. As children, we can pick up some negative emotions. Emotions like insecurity, fear, doubt, unworthiness. You know, sometimes we'll have parents, and God bless them. I mean, you know, Oprah said, when you know better, you do better. Sometimes our parents just didn't know. But we may have been, well, that went down the wrong way. Let me see back. Fix that. We may have been creating an environment where we don't feel worthy of the success we're seeking, where we don't feel worthy of good relationships, where we don't feel worthy of just a good life. Sometimes in our talking, we'll say like, man, bad things always happen to me. A negative thought like, I always catch a cold when the weather changes. A man always attract the wrong kind of people. The people that I attract are always mean, broke, cheat on you, lie to you. So we can have some negative emotions, and that might be the anchor that's holding you back. So for those listening, do that checkup from the neck up and from the heart down. Check out your thoughts. Check out your emotions. Is there any emotion, any thought that you have about yourself that does not say that you're the greatest, that does not say that you're the most handsome, the most beautiful, that does not say you deserve good things? Check out your habits. You see, we can get, you might call them subtle habits. So often our habits are determined by our environment and the people we permit to come into our lives. Have you noticed, if you go into church with a bald-headed preacher, you'll find a lot of men in the church have shaved heads. If you look around the world today, you know, all of a sudden everybody's beards are very popular. So, well, did everybody get a memo saying grow a beard? No, but it's one of those subtle habits, monkey see, monkey do type thing. And I'm not saying it negatively to people who have beards or shaved heads, but I'm just saying that that is a phenomenon that takes place, that you're impacted by the people around you, by your environment, and it may bring out some of those subtle habits that don't support you. You may have relationships that don't support you. Your Goliath, your obstacle, your challenge may be relationships. Maybe permitting yourself to permit people to come into your space who do not love you. Now, I'm not talking physical love. I'm talking about who do not love and respect the essence of you, who do not add value to your life. That's a check right there, folks. With the people who come into your life, of course, do you add value to my life? And then many times we get in situations where people don't add value to our lives. Maybe they're there just to satisfy a particular instinctual hunger. Maybe it's there to satisfy the fear of being alone. But when you really get down to it, do they really add value to your life, or are they just quenching a thirst, a hunger of some sort? All of these can be obstacles that stand in your way, that are keeping you from being, doing, and having the things you desire. So how do you get past them? How do you confront the Goliaths in your life and take them out? Well, number one, of course, to recognize that it is a Goliath. When David was there on the mountainside, when he saw this big old bird there who was threatening to kill him, he did not say, I wonder if that's a friend of mine. He did not say, let me walk over and be friendly. Let's share some wine. No, he recognized Goliath as an obstacle, as something blocking his way. So step one, to recognize your obstacles. This thing is blocking my way and keeping me from flying. Number two, rely on your self-confidence. David did not run. You know, think about this. If you look at the allegory, the king actually gave David his own armor and say, hey, go, you're going to go face Goliath here, take my armor. No. David said, that doesn't work for me. And so once you recognize it, then look at who you really are. Evaluate your strengths and your challenges. So David said, I am a shepherd. I have a slingshot. My strength is being able to use that slingshot most effectively. So look at your tools. What do you have in your goodie box to deal with these situations? And then David looked around to find a rock, and a rock is metaphysical understanding. It's a metaphysical principle of meaning the stuff you believe in, the rock solid truth, the things you know. Oprah used to say, what do you know that you know that you know? What do you know is true for yourself? So the rocks are rock solid understanding. So when you look around the situations that are confronting you, say, well, what are my rocks? What are the solid understandings that I have about myself that can prepare me to confront this challenge, this Goliath? Well, one rock, maybe I have humor. That's an asset. Then no matter what the situation, I can always bring humor to it. And humor can disarm that Goliath. Another asset you may have is you say, I am persistent. I will do whatever it takes for as long as it takes until I get what I want, until I take this obstacle out. Another rock you may have is, I have deep understanding of how these obstacles work. I've been here before. See, one of the things about the past and experiences, we learn from the past, not to knock us out, but to elevate us. We look at every failure in the past as a dress rehearsal for success. So when you look at that obstacle and you say, I've been here before. I've lost my money before, made a comeback. I've lost my relationship before, made a comeback. I've been fired from my job before, made a comeback. And so look at those things in the past that you've done victoriously as one of those rocks of understanding. And then take action based on your total assessment of what that obstacle has done to you, is doing to you, and will do to you if you don't take it out. Focus beyond the obstacle. Focus on the world that you'll be in. Focus on the world that you will experience if you get beyond this obstacle. Using your skill now and your understanding. So what did David do? He took his rock and the slingshot and he whirled it around. Now, well, that wasn't his first slingshot. It wasn't his first shot. So you have skills already inside you that you can use to take that Goliath out. He used his slingshot, he used his skill, and he threw that rock and he knew just where to aim it. You know exactly what you have to do to take out the Goliaths in your life, to overcome the obstacles in your life. You just have to choose to do it. To stop tolerating negative thoughts. To stop succumbing to negative emotions. To stop being slave to negative habits. And to stop permitting people to come into your life who don't honor you and uplift you. You have the ability to confront any obstacle and take it out. So our affirmation for today is this: I am victorious in everything I do. Write that in the chat. Write it in your notes. Say it throughout the day. I am victorious in everything I do. One more time. I am victorious in everything I do. Say that over and over today, tomorrow, the next day. Program yourself for only success. Thank you, Sade. I am victorious in everything I do. Your way I stay. Thank you so much. I am victorious in everything I do. Beautiful, beautiful. Hey, folks, this has been Dr. Herbert Harris, and this has been a Motivation Monday experience. I wanted to really share this with you because I face obstacles just like you. And whenever they come into my life, I look back and look at how we dealt with them in the past, but see beyond that obstacle to that outcome that you desire. See beyond the wall to the promised land. See beyond the mountain to the next highest peak. See beyond the hurt to eternal joy. See behind the suffering to upliftment. See behind brokenness to wealth. You can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. And so it is. This is Dr. Herbert Harris for Motivation Monday. Don't forget, go to our website, www.herbertharris.com. Get a copy of our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And if you want a roadmap, if you want a recipe book to help you transform yourself, get our home study course, New You for the New Year, because believe me, within you is everything you need to get everything you want. Always knowing that the best is yet to come. So let's sing it on out. I often sit and wonder how things could be this way. I guess we'd better tell them this is a brand new day. Don't leave it up to the other man or to another day. Take your life into your hands, make it work out your way. It's not the number of times you stumble down and fall upon the ground. It's the number of times you pick yourself up and keep on moving on to meet your goals. See you on Wednesday for Wisdom Wednesday, when we share with Dr. J some other powerful thoughts to help you be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have.